I am talking about two things tonight. Two things. Well, we're talking about strong women. Okay, we're talking about strong women. So I'm going to be doing a little experiment while we're talking. So I'm going to remove my makeup from my cheeks. These are the all cotton washcloths. I get the cheapy ones from like Walmart or Kmart. You know, you get a bundle of them. But I like to really work my cleanser in with one of these because it also gives you a little bit of exfoliation. I don't scrub my face, but I personally just feel like your skin's getting cleaner, you know, instead of just using your hands. So I'm going to just lightly dry off my cheeks. You know, talking about how it's so important to, you know, talk to yourself in a positive way. There just seems to be a lot of negativity. And let's face it, we all know people that are negative, and sometimes a lot of people, I think they don't realize they're being negative. I don't think they have any clue how negative they are. And then there's some that know exactly what they're doing, right? I mean, we've all come across those toxic people. And I'm going to spray one cheek with our primer. This is a vitamin-based primer. It has no silicone, no oil. So I'm just going to do my cheek right there. I'm gonna let it dry. But don't we all know, you know, I don't care where you live or what you do, there's toxic people in your life. There are toxic people, and you can get rid of them. You know, very often it is fairly easy to get rid of them or avoid them most of the time. But as soon as you avoid one, right, or get rid of one, there's another one pops up, another one rears its ugly head. These toxic people seem to be everywhere. This is a very dark foundation. I'm gonna look a little strange. I'm just gonna dab on. Okay, that's on my cheek without any primer. This is, I think, dry. I made some notes about what it takes to be strong. I think self-awareness I think it starts there. I think it starts with knowing who you are, what makes you tick, your good points, your bad points, because we all have them. And you have to know what you're worth. You have, and you know, you have to understand that you have a very high worth. And it's kind of like self-love, you know, self-awareness. Be aware of, you know, who you are, what you stand for, how valuable you are, what your dreams are, what your goals are, what it's going to take for you to get where you're going. And because of those goals, and because you love yourself and value yourself, what you are willing to put up with and not put up with. And I think women, and let's face it, some men have an issue with that. I mean, a lot of us women for years, you know, we have a hard time saying no. We put ourselves last. So now I'm going to, usually when I put on my foundation, I will use some translucent powder and set my foundation. Doing a little experiment to see, which cheek did I spray? Shit. I think it was this one, to see how my foundation sets and how durable it is when I use the setting spray and the finishing spray. So I just think too many women, and you know, some men, let's face it, have a problem with setting boundaries. And when you have a problem with setting boundaries, people walk all over you. I think people have a hard time saying no because they want to be liked. And I think people place too much value on being liked, like connected to their self-worth, you know? Like they feel more worthy or valuable if people like them. But, you know, a woman said to me once, and she told me it's more important to be respected than it is to be liked. And I think when you have a very healthy sense of who you are and your value and what you want out of life, you value being respected more than being liked. I think someone who wants to be liked too much or puts too much of a value on being liked has put a low price tag on themselves. All right, so I'm going to spray this side with, let me use this paper, with the finishing spray. It's not easy. It's not easy to stand up for your own worth or your own value. And it's not easy to say no. And it's not easy to say no or not go along with somebody knowing that maybe they won't like you as much. But you know, when you put your foot down about what you want and what you will do and what you will not do and what you will put up with and what you will not put up with, they might not like you, but they will respect you. And if you value yourself, I think you value respect much more than you will value being liked. All right, so now I'm going to spray. I'll make sure I have the right one. 10 Years Younger finishing spray. On that cheek, it goes on wet. I'm fanning my face because I'm trying to get this to dry. Now, I know I'm not perfect. I know what my strong points are. I know what my weak points are. But I know that as a human being, I am extremely valuable. Strong women, yes, they need to get into their own head before somebody else do. They need to constantly work on themselves, remind themselves of how valuable they are and how their goals are worthy and how they deserve to have what they want in life. And they cannot let people derail them. Ever. Cannot let people derail you. Them and their little minds or their little problems. And you have to say no to that. So the other thing I think strong women need is strong makeup, okay? Professional makeup, strong makeup, because you know what? When you're being strong and you're saying no to somebody, honey, you want to look good doing it, don't you? You know, like, no, I do not think so. Right? So, I don't know. So listen, when you look good, you know, when a woman looks good, when she knows she looks good, her makeup looks great, her hair looks great, she feels confident. And when you're confident, you are more apt to stand up for yourself. You know, put your foot down and say no, right? Okay, so this is the side with our primer, which is a vitamin-based primer. Like I said, it is no silicone, no oils. What it does is smooths out the surface of your skin so your makeup glides on. It also diminishes the appearance of fine lines and diminishes the appearance of your pores, makes them look smaller. So it kind of puts a nice setting for your makeup to glide on. Then the finishing spray, this finishing spray sets your makeup. It's kind of like they call hairspray for face, but it doesn't feel like hairspray, believe me. It sets your makeup and it gives you a little bit of a dewy glow and it makes your makeup last all day. So I'm going to do a smear test, okay? So this is the foundation on my skin with nothing on it, nothing under it. It's actually staying pretty well. No, there we go. So this will smear. I don't know if you can see that. It's spreading out all over my face, which, you know, our makeup is supposed to blend nice. And it is. I'm just kind of blending it all over my face. Now this is not budging. This is not budging at all. This is not budging at all. This is not budging at all. This is staying right here. This is staying right in the circle I put in. And this I have spread all over my cheeks. So that is why it's so important to use the setting spray, the primer, and the setting spray. I mean, if you want your makeup to be as strong as you are and to last all day, while you're out there doing battle, you need to have it last. You know, you want it to last. You want to put it where you want it, and you want it to stay right there. Now, this is our foundation. This foundation is going nowhere, and it feels really smooth, but it is going absolutely nowhere. It's still here. It's still right here. This side has all blended in. Okay, this side is all blended into the side of my face with all, like, minimal effort. So believe me when I tell you, I wear this every day. The primer and the setting spray not only keep your makeup set beautifully and exactly where you put it, but it also enhances it. Also diminishes the appearance of the fine lines, the pores. The finishing spray gives you a beautiful dewy look and just locks in your makeup until you're ready to take it off. So those are two things I think strong women need, okay? They need a strong mind, a self-awareness, and you need strong makeup. And this is strong makeup, ladies. So that is my little talk on strong women. Like I said, this works great on your foundation, your eyeshadows. What you do is you do all your makeup, you do everything except for your mascara and lipstick. You know, your blush, your bronzer, if you use bronzer, your setting powder, all of that. And then you set it. Then you put on your mascara and lipstick, and I'm telling you, especially if you use one of our Enduring Lip colors, what I have on here, your makeup's not going anywhere. You go out and conquer the world, ladies. Anyway, that is it. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. I'd love to know what the weather's like where you are. I know if you're in Florida, you're probably a little cold. Get on those scarves. This is my winter attire right here. And that's all I want for winter attire. I don't want to do anything more than this right here. Anyway, have a wonderful night, everybody. Let's have a great week, okay? See you tomorrow.